We have our GMA cover story now. The new way the FDA is trying to put a stop to the vaping epidemic. 3.6 million teens are smoking e-cigarettes. Now the FDA has launched a new series of PSAs to try and explain the dangers in a way teens will understand. Janae Norman has more.
If you vape, you're more likely to start smoking cigarettes.
This morning, the FDA is trying to turn the tide on teen vaping.
Some people think that vaping is no big deal, but that is just an illusion.
With new ads called the Real Cost Youth E-Cigarette Prevention Campaign. The message is part of an ongoing effort to reach nearly 10.7 million at-risk youth through TV, social media, and in-school ads across the nation. The goal? To keep teens ages 12 to 19 from using e-cigs.
I don't want to try this.
And even prevent them from starting to vape in the first place.
We now know conclusively that kids who start using e-cigarettes are far more likely to go on to smoke cigarettes.
The new ads called Magic feature street magician Julius Dean, who magically turns a teen's e-cigarette or vape pen into a conventional cigarette. It shows how teens who vape are more likely to start smoking real cigarettes.
Vaping can lead to trying cigarettes.
Some e-cigs and vape pens have come under fire for marketing that critics say has appealed to young people, alarming parents and health professionals. Like traditional cigarettes, e-cigs contain nicotine, which is addictive.
Nicotine to the developing brain is harmful and increases the likelihood that they'll become lifelong addicts.
The Juul CEO apologizing to parents of kids using his company's product, recently telling CNBC,
It's not intended for them. I hope there was nothing that we did that made it appealing to them. As a parent of a 16-year-old, I'm sorry for them and I have empathy for them in terms of what the challenges are going through.
For Good Morning America, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Our thanks to Janae. Dr. Jen Ashton is here. Before we start discussing, let's bring in the audience here. Raise your hand if you or someone you know uses e-cigarettes. Please raise your hand if you know. Okay, now keep your hand up if that person is 21 years old or younger. Wow. Look, the hands are still up.
And Robin, we have some young people there. Both their hands went up. So I think we need to understand and be crystal clear. We are not talking about adults using e-cigs here. We are talking about kids, teens, young adults with developing brains, and statistics are telling us that as many as 1 in 5 high school kids have used an e-cig in the last month. So this is a major issue.
Okay, we know about nicotine, we know about other chemicals, but you're also saying there are behavioral aspects that we have to be concerned with.
Absolutely, and we have to understand that they were designed to help people wean off traditional cigarettes. They have evolved into something very, very different. And to say part of it is marketing and advertising, that wasn't the intent is kind of like the Shakespeare line, methinks the lady doth protest too much. But when you talk about behavioral effects, we have to remember the developing brain, exquisitely sensitive to chemicals. We know nicotine is highly addictive. That can result in a lack of concentration. It absolutely can be a gateway. People who say it's not are burying their heads in the sand, and it can then also result in difficulty with impulse control. Not something that we need more of in a teenager or a young adult.
And how can parents know if their child is doing that? Because you don't.
Robin, first of all, don't put your head in the sand. I'm a parent of 2 young adults, and I will tell you that almost all their friends, including athletes, are using e-cigs. But I want you to look at this. These are what some of the cartridges look like. They almost look like flash drives. So if you're a parent, you can say, I mean, I don't know what how harmful can that be? I think the key is ask, listen to the answer, observe your child's behavior, and don't be in denial.
Great advice there. All right. Thank you so much, Jen. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.